Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese snacks and treats. Today we have two snacks to try from Sakura, and these are both snacks where the name kinda says it all. So the first we're going to try, this is Sakura Shrimp Kakimochi, as it says on the package. So this is a rice cracker. This is supposed to be kind of crunchy and fluffy on the inside. Really kind of curious about that. But it is Sakura and shrimp flavor. Pretty straightforward. We're also going to try, this is our Nori Wasabi Arare. So again, pretty straightforward. This is a rice cracker that is seaweed and wasabi flavored. Should be pretty good. Should be pretty interesting. So with all that in mind, let's get started. Itadakimasu! Alright, so starting with our Sakura Shrimp Kakimochi. I do love this paper. It's really interesting to the touch. Okay. Oh. Okay, it smells very strong of shrimp, which has me concerned because we've had problems with things like that in the past. Here's hoping, here's hoping. It is really nice and crunchy. I'm not getting the Sakura because unfortunately it's been a while since we've talked about this on the channel, but it's got the seafood curse. It tastes like old seafood. It doesn't taste like fresh shrimp. It tastes like it tastes like shrimp that's kind of on the way out. I cannot recommend this. A different flavor might be great, but this one in particular, I'm sorry, just unfortunately anything shrimp flavored has to be taken carefully. Much rather have fresh shrimp than this treat. So moving on to our Nori Wasabi Arare. Doesn't have a super strong scent, which after the shrimp one I'm kind of grateful for. Much better. It is really nice and crunchy. It is a much harder crunch. Sorry, I had to rush through that first one because I needed to get the flavor out of my mouth. It has a really hard, not super hard, but it's much harder crunch than the first one. Really kind of satisfying. And it's thin enough that it just kind of chomps. It's really satisfying. The wasabi kicks in really strong immediately. But what was kind of interesting is, well, the wasabi was really, really strong, and the nori definitely wasn't. It was still present. It wasn't completely overwhelmed by the wasabi. Really pretty good, honestly. This is a tasty little rice cracker. I personally kind of enjoy it. Definitely recommend. Koshusou-sama. So to recap, we tried Sakura Shrimp Kakimochi, and now that I've got the flavor in my mouth, I can talk a little bit more about it. It has kind of a crispity crunch to it, but it really, the shrimp flavor and the shrimp scent is very, very strong. And it's not a good shrimp. It really is kind of like old shrimp that's kind of going bad. And I'm really sad to say that. I have loved shrimp pretty much my entire life. And this has been a noticeable trend for me in these subscription boxes, is that a lot of the ones that are a fish or seafood flavor, it's just something about the process takes it from the really lovely fresh flavor to something kind of old and just on the way out a little bit stanky. It doesn't work, at least not for me personally. If you enjoy these, please let me know down in the comments below. But for me personally, I can't recommend these in good faith. I can't. It's gross, unfortunately. At least for me, it hasn't worked. We also tried our Nori Wasabi Arare, which fortunately did. This was really pretty good. It is definitely spicy. I am a spice wimp. It was almost more than I could really handle, but still really pretty good. And I appreciate the fact that, well, it has the wasabi in there, really nice and strong. The nori was in there and it was present, but it wasn't too much. For me, this really kind of worked the way they had the balance of the flavors. Really nice and crunchy. Really enjoyed that personally. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny.